on Facebook with a guy named Robert Fregoso that's easy for any of you guys to look up at any point and show you a property that I use for this method. This is social proof, right? That's what this is, right, Chris? I'm showing you social proof. This is the marketing I used. This is our rendering. This is the finished product, right? Well, doesn't it seem logical that when I am working with homeowners that are operating on hope of trying to get a loan mod, wouldn't it be good to have a little social proof in my back pocket? So download that list. That's the first thing you want to do. Okay? Got it, Anna? Simple. Next, I want anything that has an auction or a sale date or a notice of default. For those of you on the East Coast, Florida, Minnesota, include list pendants. I will when I get to your, literally your country. That was funny. It's my little joke. I do have property situations that I want you guys to write down that are very important. Number one is I want the property to be owner occupied. I do not want to deal with deceased people. I'm going to filter out bankruptcies. If you're using Property Radar, I believe you can filter out already listed properties. Got it? And then hit the calculate button. All I need are 36 in Burbank. I suspect I'm going to have 45 or 50. 50. That's 2 weeks worth of marketing. Got it, Anna? It's real simple. There are 50 people that are severely delinquent, and I will give you the number. 40 to 45 of those people, Anna, are never going to make another payment again. Doesn't it seem logical to try to go and meet them and give them an alternative to foreclosure that say, I'll cure your loan, I'll move you out, you're going to deed it over. Is this all making sense now, Chris? Am I being logical? Thank you. Chris, at least Chris gets me. Are you okay, Anna? Is this making sense? You want to pull all 50. As I said, 36 per week, I put out about 10 per day. That's about my math. Got it? All right, let's do Vegas for Chris. You already know what the number is going to be, right, Chris? Like, it's massive. Like, you have to literally have to narrow it down. It's so ridiculous. It's really high. It's through the roof. It's in fact so high, doing Las Vegas is like low-hanging fruit. It would be better to do Henderson. At least the numbers would be in a lower point. But Las Vegas, especially North Las Vegas, yeah, really awesome. I'll show you. It's going to be at least 300 or 400 people, Chris. And the final answer is... It's so big that it's still calculating, Chris. 2001. Wow, that number spiked recently. 2,141. I'm telling you, it was just in the hundreds. I could probably scroll down and probably find it. They just had a bunch of filings in your city. Make sure that I'm not including REOs. Nope. Those are just auction and notice of defaults. The banks are coming. So if you want to really cover the math on it, right? So it's approximately 1,700 people. Here's the part that makes me a little crazy as a guy who understands the market. So 1,700 people plus or minus are actually going to get foreclosed upon. Chris won't get to them. The realtors won't get to them. They'll try to work out their deal. They'll lose their house. And I can prove this out, right? I'll remove these and show you the bank-owned properties. This one should be in about the 300 or 400 range, plus or minus, since January. This is as of January, 718. 718. How many? I'll say it for all of you that are on this call. That's 718 deals I didn't get, Chris didn't get, none of you got. How many of these people would have been happy to make an assumable deal, Chris, where they got money, moved out, credit fixed, and you got a flip? What a deal, right? A lot. Even if it was one. Let's just go with the math on this. 718 foreclosures. Now, here's the mind-boggling part that I want to convey to all of you. That's 718 properties that are no longer a part of inventory. They're going to be sold to a third-party Wall Street investment company and become rentals. That's what the world needs, more rentals, because the millennials can't keep affording what's out there. So we raise the interest rate, we put in a new tax plan, and we slow down buying. Those who control the property are king of this market. please take my words on this. If you have the ability to go out and find people who need to sell, not want to sell, need to sell, you are in control of your market. And finding properties for fix and flip right now is really going to come down to how hard you're actually looking. All right. You're going to have to go get them yourself. All right. Let's do Florida. Florida. What was it, Gail? It's Hillsborough. Really? I feel like I would have known that in a strange way. I'm really disappointed with myself, actually, Gail. Been to Tampa so many times. Done a lot of presentations out there. All right. I don't care about bank owned at the moment. We're on the East Coast, so I want those that have an auction, Lis pendants, and just in case they filed it wrong, notice of default. For those of you on the West Coast, Lis pendants is the East Coast equivalent to a notice of default. But I always think that they are miscalculated, usually in the records. These are all run by title companies. 1,000 people, Gail. You'd literally have to narrow it down. Tampa's got plenty of deals for you to work with. Got Anna's. All right. Since I'm still in Florida, I will do that county for you, Donald, real quick. He wanted Florida, Pinellas County. Pinellas County, the entire county. For those of you who don't know, great place, right? Yeah, it's Plum Harbor. Yeah, this is going to be a high number, as I remember. Calculate. Here you go, Donald. In your county, the number of people, 1,226. Plenty. 1,200 and it's just a lot. All right, Jeff, we're on to you now. Minnesota. My first one ever from Minnesota. And Olmsted. And Rochester. Let's see how it flies, shall we? One city in Minnesota, I don't know, and it's going to be 8. You're going to have to do the county. This is too small a city. You need at least 36 for the result that I want. Let me see what's happening in your Olmsted County. Actually, I had somebody in Iowa using my program for a while. The county, how can the county only have 8? So improbable. It's improbable. Improbable. Well, it could also be that they don't have the data, Chris. The problem ultimately, this would be where I check Property Radar as well, Jeff. I would love to be able to tell you that Realty Track works for every location. Did that one. They pay their bills. I wish it were as simple as they pay their bills. Look, the default rate's about 4%. I'll pull before the end. I'll pull and take a look at Property Radar for you, Jeff. Dallas Fort Worth. What's Dallas Fort Worth's? Minneapolis? That's easy. She just got off the line. Minneapolis? Sure, Jeff. It's 4% nationwide, Chris. So 50 million homes. If I were to run a search right now, there'd be about 300,000 delinquent people in the United States, plus or minus. I don't know why everybody doesn't want to work defaulted properties. I get that everybody thinks that they're short sales and that they're a pain in the ass. No, I just make payments on the loan, Anna. You can't assume a loan. You just make payments on it. You get the property deeded over. Everybody good right here? Show of hands, everybody can pull property. Everybody get the idea? Can we move forward? 40 minutes in and all we've done is manage to pull data. Good. At the end, Jeff, I'll go back and pull whatever you want. I have to move forward. All right. We've now pulled data. When you get your data, it will look like this. You have first name, last name, and their address. I don't care about their document numbers or all the other stuff that's over here. I delete all this other documentation stuff. I care about their first name, their last name, and their address. I'm going to put 10 marketing pieces out per week. Okay. I'm going to physically go to the property. I'm even going to show you how to do this. This is how simple it is for me. So I put out 10 properties per day marketing, right? Let me go back to this page. I use a company called Root Excel to map it out. You don't have to be technologically savvy to do this. You click the import button, you paste your addresses from your Excel page, you let it plot it out. And how's the webinar going, Chris? More than you expected? Thanks. I try to make everyone worthwhile and then find the root. I mean, you guys are not naive. You guys are all investors and realtors. You guys get it. I'm going to make an offer to join my program, but I actually took out all the salesy stuff. I just made this all meat and potatoes for you guys. So here it is. Now I have it all rooted. Everybody can handle this? Show of hands. You can put out 10 marketing pieces per day? Yeah, thanks, Jeff. No problem. Okay, this is how Monster Marketing works. Ready? I'm going to physically drive to the property. Okay, I'm not going to knock on the door. I'm not going to ring the doorbell. I'm going to place a Monster Marketing piece. Yes, I have a proprietary and tested marketing piece that I've been using for 8 years. You place it on either the mailbox, the front door, or the garage door. By design, that marketing piece is going to prompt the homeowner to call for more information. The call will go to a call center. Guess what the call center says, Chris? Hi, we'd like to send Chris over and talk to you about your loan mod and alternative to foreclosure. Do I need to spell this out for all of you, including Anna? Anna, what's your alternative to foreclosure? Do you know what it is? Chris, do you know what your alternative to foreclosure for them is? I'm spelling it out. Buy it or list it. That's right. You know why? Because 8 out of 10 people you're going to meet, Chris, aren't going to pay ever again. That's really what this comes down to. Okay? And that's how Monster Marketing works. The call center will capture their cell phone, they will capture their email, and they will schedule an appointment. Now, remember, I only spend an hour a day on my marketing, right? And that includes me meeting with homeowners. That's about 3 to 5 per week. So they have to be scheduled when I'm not taking my daughter to gymnastics. You buy it or you list it, correct, Natasha. So it's time to go meet with the homeowner. Who was Natasha? You're the only one who's worked with pre-foreclosure before, correct? Anybody else? What I'm about to share with you is probably, oh, Chris, you kind of have. Okay, so this will be, Gail has, for those of you that haven't worked with pre-foreclosure, you're just going to have to go with me on this. This portion of the program is for anybody who's worked with pre-foreclosure people before. Okay, there are 2 groups. Anna, you have no experience, so I'm going to try to explain this to you. The people that are actually going to appreciate it the most, Anna, are going to be the people that actually work with pre-foreclosure people, but you'll like it. You ready? There are only 2 types of people you're going to meet with at the front door, Anna. Just 2. People who are ready to list or sell their property to you or with you. In your case, to you, right? They're ready to sell. Means you just need a presentation. You need to be able to explain what your plan is, how you're going to assume the loan, move them out. What do they want out of the deal? That's ultimately all they care about. What's in it for them? Okay? You will encounter those people. Group number 2. Ready, Anna? They're working on a loan mod. They've got an attorney. They're going to sue the bank. They're going to win the lottery. They've got a 4-leaf clover. They've got a 1912 penny. Do you understand? Those people are fighting to stay in their property. They have hope. Hope is very hard to convert, Anna. So you're there to build a relationship with them, right? So your script to them is very simple, and I'm going to teach it to you, Anna. First and foremost, Anna, I want to give you a list of people in your city that we're also working on a loan mod and working it